Thank you for joining us at Managing Retirement. So let's talk retirement. Are you starting to live or just waiting? Retired people have choices in lifestyle today. Retirement is no longer just a period of resting. For most people, the multi-stage chapter of your life is going to be in your total control now that you have freedom from your job. Looking at lifestyle choices, retirees generally choose between a path of prioritized flexibility and purpose or location. Let's look for a minute at the three phases of retirement spending and energy lifestyle. You've got the go-go years. These are the highly active, travel-heavy years. You have the slow-go years. These are more relaxed, working on your hobbies. And then you get to the no-go years. These are primarily health, comfort, and family oriented. Now, which path you choose, it'll all depend on a successful adjustment. And this could be is heavily influenced by your habits, such as weekly exercise, daily walks, weekly lunches with friends. This can lessen the shock that you're facing when you first go into retirement. For some examples of how to navigate this transition, check out the article below in the comments. 7 happy things retirees do well. The first of these is the YOLO traveler. You only live once, traveler and explorer. The go-go years are the ones where we have our health, we have the drive to dream and go for it in our retirement. Then we move from vacation to special trips or buying an RV for 2 weeks out of the year to slow travel, which is a month, 2 months in the same location, using a condo, a travel trailer, or a long cruise. 2, you have the encore career working. This is where you left your 9-to-5 job behind, and now you're looking for a part-time consulting job, a less stressful part-time job at a golf course, maybe a ballpark, or you could be looking to turn that hobby you have into a small business. The third, continuous learner creative expression phase. You can take classes at the local college, online courses that help you learn about things you've been interested in. You can refine your hobbies, writing, painting, woodworking. Fourth, the reward-driven volunteering. Some will want to replace their career with a rewarding time spent mentoring young people. You may also want to help at a local pet rescue or a hospital. The relocator or anti-aging empty nester is number 5. These lifestyle choices dictate a split of the retirees between a campus based on what you choose or the go-go, slow-go, or not even go years. Let's look at the 5 core strategies. These require selling your house, which is an anchor at this point for many of us. There are a growing number of retirees that decide to sell their house and all their belongings, putting these funds into high-yield investments or other investment accounts. Others downsize from the big house to a minimal location, and you use the rest of your funds for a more active lifestyle. The first is the slow-go travel versus the whirlwind tours. While you're working, vacations are a rat race of time. You've got 2, maybe 3 weeks on your job. You have to cram all your time into that. And when you get back from that, you're exhausted. Slow travel flips this totally. You look to rent an apartment, a villa, a B&B for a month, 2 months instead of the high-rate hotel motel overnight stays. You'll be unpacking once. You're buying your groceries locally, and you're not a tourist now. You're just a person temporarily living in an area. You will have reduced transportation expenses, lower living expenses during this period. Second, we have the nomad digital traveler, traveling year-round when the mood suits you, winters in Costa Rica, Spain, Pacific Northwest, or the summers in New England. You have full-time van life in the US, Canada, Mexico, just traveling around in a Class A or C motorhome, seeing what's available and being able to spend the time sleeping where you're traveling and still seeing national parks, camping communities, seeing the beautiful areas that you're not able to cram into those 1 or 2 weeks. Our last strategy is the YOLO Traveler and Explorer. YOLO travelers are looking for freedom to have travel activities and interests that fill the gap that they were missing in their work life. You may be looking for a physical adventure like training for the complete walking of the Camino de Santiago in Spain, or hiking parts of the Appalachian Trail. Some of you might lean into cycling in the wine areas of France. You may want to get into volunteering, give back, helping others. This could be as exciting as working in an elephant sanctuary in Thailand, helping out in Central America, building schools, working on an organic farm. Then there's just the continual travel to the new areas and cultures that you've been wanting to experience and now have the time. You can spend weeks, months, learning and really getting immersed in these areas. You can't do this if you're only traveling for a week or 2 weeks at a time. How can you sustain these options? Well, one is geographic arbitrage. This is as simple as taking the earnings that you got from strong currencies in the US, UK, Canada, and spending that money in low-cost living areas such as Mexico, Portugal, Central America, and Southeast Asia. This allows you to upscale your lifestyle on a budget. Medical tourism and global insurance. Utilizing high-quality, low-cost healthcare systems abroad for routine care. This allows you to save your money, and many of you seniors are still going to have Medicare to use when you're in the U.S. or if you needed to come back to the U.S. You could look at house-sitting exchanges. This is not widely used, but you could use it, and there's operations like Trusted House Sitters and Workaway that help you structure and coordinate these activities. Let's take a moment and look at logistics. The largest hurdle for the Go-Go Explorer is not always money, but a lot of time it's the administrative overhead. Managing the following becomes your routine, and most of us aren't ready for it. Mail forwarding services. Got to get that set up. Global banking accounts with 0 transaction fees if you're not used to that. Navigating visa rules. This changes based on the country you go to. The Go-Go lifestyle is a collection of experiences instead of a collection of things. To be successful and enjoy this lifestyle, you need to be flexible. You have to tolerate minor disruptions. You have to have the ability to adjust to new customs and traditions in the places you're traveling to. You need to look into this open-minded and be ready to accept what comes as it comes to you. If this sounds like an option for your journey, what you need to consider is seeing top affordable countries for retirement travel. Learning how to budget for long-term travel. These choices can include cruising, residential cruising, RVing, boating, hotel living. These are the 5 subsystems that engineer most of the power for the Lifestyle Explorer. All these core goals prioritize freedom and experience over maintaining a traditional brick-and-mortar home. There are 2 widely different versions. You can have community, daily pace, and logistics. In the next video, we will look at greater depth into the sub-styles: traditional cruising, residential cruising, RVing, boating, full-time living in hotels, to see what they can offer us and if they're fitting our lifestyle. Please help us out by taking the survey and answering it in the comments section. We'll tabulate the scores, and in the next videos, we'll be reporting back to you on what people chose. Thank you for stopping by Managing Retirement. Please subscribe, like, and comment. As we said, this is very important to our channel and it really helps. It doesn't cost you anything. We'll be seeing you in the future. Thank you for stopping by.